Mr. Day Interviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one's going to be doing a video character spotlight video, of course, our weekly Saturday spotlight for this week. This one, I really like this suggestion because, of course, spoiler warning if you're not caught up to The Walking Dead, Sadiq has been killed off now in The Walking Dead television series, so I figured, you know what, this is, like, honestly the perfect time to do a character spotlight video on Siddiq from The Walking Dead. Okay, guys, so of course this video I wanted to definitely do because, of course, Siddiq's character is, unfortunately killed off in the Walking Dead series right now. But, I definitely, though, I think this is probably one of the best ideas ever because, he has been killed off now. And I usually like doing character spotlight videos, on characters that have been killed off, in the series and this and that. Especially this, just happened recently, of course, with Dante, being confirmed to be a Whisper. So I really like this idea. However, this video was suggested by CGM Alert. So of course, everybody go subscribe to CGM Alert. He suggested this this character spotlight video, and of course, I do want to say as well that this this character spotlight video, I really appreciate the suggestion because Sadiq was probably one of the most important characters in the first half of The Walking Dead season 10. So when you look at it, he really did get a lot of time, and he really was probably at his, most amount of screen time in Season 10. So, yeah, but I really like Sadiq's character, so, yeah, I was very happy to get this character spotlight video. Of course, if you want to suggest a character spotlight video, all you gotta do is be the first one to comment and suggest a character spotlight video. The way you'll know, I pick you for the next character spotlight video is that I will pin your comment on the top so everybody can see that I have picked a person to suggest the next character spotlight video, and then you will get a shout out next week for your channel, of course, if you want to get a shout out from me. So, but you have to suggest a character spotlight video for next week. So, anyway, guys, you guys know how this works. So, let's get into and let's talk about Siddiq from The Walking Dead. So, Sadiq is introduced in The Walking Dead Season 8, Episode 1, and of course killed off in The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 7. So, he lasts almost about 2.5 seasons of The Walking Dead, which it actually didn't feel like he actually even survived that long. It literally feels like he was just introduced, and now, he's killed like this. Like, honestly, I don't know why. It just didn't feel like he was around that long. But, I did like his character throughout most of the series. I don't think he was one of my top characters, but I did like, his kind of, storyline with Carl at the beginning, of course, where Carl's leaving him food, Rick's trying to scare him off and this and that at the gas station. Of course, Carl kind of lets him know that my dad doesn't trust a lot of people. But basically, this is a big deal because when Sadiq is introduced, Carl basically, dies paying respects to, like Sadiq said, a woman that he never even knew, which is Sadiq's mom, of course. But I really like how, Carl, he brings him in, and, a doctor, so very useful for sure. But, Sadiq basically, Carl basically almost died for Sadiq. Yeah, you could say Carl died for Sadiq. So, Sadiq doesn't feel very good about just joining the group. You can kind of tell, like, he's like, I don't want to make any trouble, So, there is that. But, I like how, and of course, Carl had an awesome farewell, and I love the scene where he tells him that I'm going to honor you, Carl. So, yeah, I like all that stuff, and he takes him back to Alexandria, puts him in the sewer and this and that, and of course, I like how kind of, Daryl and the others, they take him on their way to Hilltop, and Daryl kind of accepts him into the group right away. He's like, we're going to clear this swamp for our people, You ready? Okay, and Daryl really makes sure that Sadiq, feels welcome into the group, and Daryl usually is not very trusting of people in the group, but I noticed in the swamp episode where Sadiq was with them, that he was like, all right, you and me, we're going to clear this swamp for our people, So, I love it. I think it's really cool that Daryl kind of just accepts him right away. He's like, listen, Carl died for you, so I sure as heck hope that you're legit and that you're a good person and that type of deal. And if you are, you're stuck with us, as Carl said. So, I like that. Of course, he tells Maggie once they get to Hilltop that he has medical experience. And of course, that's stupid. I don't know if that's the Kingdom Doctor that Ezekiel was talking about or something like that, but she's just treating him like crap, basically, and I like how, he, slams the door and he's like, so stop, telling me what to do, or stop asking me what I've done and start telling me what to do, besides where to put the damn blankets. So I love that. That was really cool. And then she just kind of looks at him and she's like, I like you, you know. So I like that scene. Of course, that was probably the first scene with Sadiq that I was like, yeah, let's go, Sadiq. So and then of course we got you know, the death of the doctor literally like half an hour later in the episode, where the walkers attack, and you know, Tobin kind of starts that with the whole, you know, zombie blood infection thing that Eugene and Negan decided to start. So yeah, I like that, but I do like how, you know, Sadiq and Rick, you know, Rick can't really talk to him, you know, it's too difficult for him, and I like how in the finale, you know, he kind of asks him how it happened and this and that, so love that, really, really cool, great montage as well as he was telling him that. So then in season 9, we find out that he actually teaches Enid how to kind of do what he's doing, which is kind of, you know, treat people and this and that, and, you know, be a doctor for the community and this and that, and as soon as that happened, I was like, Enid's in danger, you know, Carl's not in the series anymore, and she's turning into a doctor. She's gonna die. What happens? She's on the pikes. So that's not good. But of course, I like how Siddiq, you know, taught her. But if you're a doctor on this show, you're dead. I'm sorry, but you're dead. You know, I mean, honestly, going from, I mean, Denise to Maggie's doctor at the Hilltop to Dr. Carson at the Sanctuary to, I mean, I mean, honestly, you know, I'm sure I'm missing a few. The doctor at the Hilltop, you know, Enid, you know, at the Pikes, Sadiq, Dante, like, it's insane how many doctors are actually killed. It's not even funny. I find that pretty hilarious that every single doctor in this show is dead at some point in time. So, because literally we're at a point right now in season 10 where there's like no doctors left. So, that's crazy, for sure. But, maybe Alpha has a few more spy doctors in her camp, I don't know. But, you know, maybe Dante was the only one. But that'd be kind of dumb to send Dante in as a spy, though, and him being the only doctor, you know, or person that has medical experience in the Whisper camp. But maybe Alpha just really doesn't care about that, you know. So, they've been living in the wild for so long, I guess. Maybe it just doesn't matter to her, but yeah, there is that. That's probably what it is, you know. But I like how, you know, Siddiq trains Sadiq, or Siddiq trains Sadiq. Sadiq trains Enid, and of course she kind of, you know, takes the role of Sophia from the comics, but she also kind of takes this new role that's kind of just for Enid in the TV show, which is her kind of becoming a doctor and stuff like that at the Hilltop. So we have the time skip. Of course, she has to amputate, you know, Aaron's arm, and then we pretty much just don't see her. You know, she kind of just disappears. And then, of course, after the time skip, she's at Hilltop and this and that. We end up finding out she's with Alden, so there is that, of course, and of course, just later on killed at the fair. So, I like that, but of course, you know, Sadiq, probably feels bad because he's like, I trained her and this and that with extra doctor at the Hilltop. I'm the doctor at Alexandria. She's the doctor at the Hilltop, and we can kind of work together and this and that. And then she, you know, Sadiq had to watch Enid die at the fair, so that is something as well. But now we know that Dante actually forced Sadiq to watch, so that is also very terrible as well. But then, of course, in season 10, with Sadiq, this is probably the most time he's actually had, where, you know, of course, Rosita's had the kid, so now Sadiq is a father, and, you know, he's probably a lot more tougher now that he has a kid to, you know, protect. And, you know, you have Dante that kind of moves in there, too. And, you know, he kind of, as he tells Rosita later on, you know what bothers me about Dante so much? You know, Enid, you know? And understandably, of course, but he's focusing on his mouth a lot, which now we know what that is. And Dante kind of makes the joke or whatever, kiss me already, you know, and he's kind of like, you know, just kind of making fun of him. But he's also trying to take Sadiq's mind off of even the idea that he's a Whisper. So everything with that now, I'm like, oh my god, that was so brilliantly done. You know, like, in the premiere, the scene with Dante, I was like, that's Dante in the TV show? I don't like him at all. But now that I see what they did with him in the first half of the season, I love that scene in the premiere so much because now we understand why Dante was acting so weird, is because he was like, oh, I can't let Siddiq find out I'm a Whisper, you know, that type of deal. So I like that a lot. But, of course, you know, we also have Sadiq, who is, you know, trying his best to figure out what's going on with the water deal. Of course, we have everybody that's kind of getting sick. He even finds out that, you know, Ezekiel has cancer. He's the one to find that out. So he's just an awesome character in season 10. You know, he's just doing so much. He's solving almost everybody's problems, and he's doing really good. And of course, he does figure out after a little while there, once he jumps into the water, that he's like, that's what it is, you know, and I don't like how, you know, Rosita just somehow gets better all of a sudden and just no explain, you know, at all of just why all of a sudden she went from being terribly sick to just being fine. Like, I just don't understand that part. But anyway, so, of course, he's having these nightmares, and he, at one point he has his baby and he's sitting down in the house, and at other moments he's, at the windmill, so he doesn't know really what's going on at this point. He has all these flashes and this and that, and that's kind of what he's telling, Rosita when she saves him and this and that, but he's taking care of pretty much everybody, and then when it gets fishy is when they have the prisoner, and he dies, and of course he's like, you killed him, Dante, and then Cheryl dies, and then he's like, okay, like, why, what on earth is going on? And of course, when he finally realizes that Dante is a Whisperer, it's kind of too late, so, and of course he strangles him and he kills him, so, and then of course turns later on, so then Rosita has to put him down when she's fighting Dante, so, and almost gets baby Coco as well in the process there too, so, Dante's character, mixed into season 10, and then of course Sadiq and just everything he went throughout the series, going from Carl dying for him, to him, training Enid to be a doctor in the hilltop, to the stuff with him and Dante. Brilliant writing. If that's really the one thing I'll say, is brilliant writing for a character, and I really love his character throughout the series. I think he's really, really, a really awesome character. And I think Siddiq's character is maybe a little underrated, I think, to be honest. So, anyway, write your comments in the comment section below. What do you think about Siddiq's character? Are you happy that he didn't end up being a spy for the Whisperers? Because I know that theory was coming out. I even made a video about that a few months ago when that theory started going around. But do you guys think, and, for anybody else, do you guys think that Siddiq should have survived on longer? Or do you like the idea of him, dying then and there? You think it was a good death for him? You like how, his character went? Or you're kind of like, it makes Carl's death look, dumber than it already was. So, there is that as well. I can understand people saying that now that Siddiq is dead, because people didn't like Carl's death to begin with. Now, people are surely not going to like his death because, Siddiq is dead now. So, anyway, guys, write your comments in the comment section below. If you're new here, click the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my Walking Dead videos. Of course, click that like button. Show me some support. I do appreciate it. And, of course, feel free to share the video as well. I do appreciate it, guys. And, of course, write your comments in the comment section below. Do you like Siddiq's character? And, of course, I want to say a huge thank you to Scene GM Alert for suggesting this character spotlight video. And, of course, I will catch you guys really soon for some more Walking Dead videos. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. And I'll catch you guys really soon for some more Walking Dead videos. Peace out, guys.